Guys, and welcome back. So in the last lecture we learned how to create our own custom brushes, our own custom noise brushes, and even use them on artworks. Now in this lecture we're going to be actually doing something cool. We're going to be creating a character figure and then using our custom made brushes to kind of add shadows and highlights and texture to our character. Now in the projects folder you come across these files. I have two files here. These are what we are going to be creating in the course of this video. Now this is our character. You can see this is kind of a modern trendy way of character illustration. I'm sure you've seen characters with this look before if you are a good follower of illustrations, right? So this is the character we're going to be creating. First of all we're going to draw the character, and then in the second video that follows we are going to add these green effects, these green highlights and shadows to this character. So when I zoom in you see all the detailing. You can see that a lot of work has been put into this character. And this particular one has the background, while this one just has a plain background. And we're going to be creating this in this video. So come to Adobe Illustrator, and then let's come and open. So when you open you're going to see this Exercise1. Just open Exercise1. Just come to the projects folder and open Exercise1. All the files will be made available to you. So this is the character we're going to be creating, but I would like us to kind of draw out the character from scratch so that hopefully you get to refresh your memory on the tools we're going to be using. So in order to add the greens, one thing I will have to confess to is that I made some changes to the brushes. I made some changes to the brushes. So if you import the brushes from the previous video, or if you come and open this file, because this file will be made available to you, you'll see that these are the brushes we created, right? 4 of them. These are the brushes we created. And what I did is I just came and I spread them out a bit. I observed that when we have them in this kind of circular shape, this kind of specific shape, and we paint, we just get our painting take this circular form, and that's not natural for brushes like this, right? So what I did was I just spread them out a bit. So this is this guy, this one is this guy, and this guy is this guy, and this guy is this guy. So how did I do that? Let me just give you a quick tutor of how I did that. So we have them as a group, right? All you need to do is let me just duplicate this by holding down Alt and dragging. So just ungroup them, and then you just spread them out like this. Just spread them out like this. And while spreading them out, the bounding box, that's the blue square around the shapes, might interfere in such a way that instead of trying to drag it out like this, you then make a mistake and just maybe scale it like this. So that's because we have these bounding box. You might not experience it here, but when you come to start dealing with very tiny particles like we have here, you are definitely going to experience that problem. So that's one of the problems you might experience. So in order to sort this, you can just come to your view, and then where you see bounding box, hide bounding box, you can just click here, and then we have it hidden. And if you also want to hide your anchor points, all you need to do is Control H, and then they're all hidden. So you'll freely be able to spread your shape out or your brush out like this, without any interference from the bounding box or the anchor points. So that's one thing you need to note. So just do this for all the other brushes, and then let's have them look like this. So we can have them look like this. And then one thing I didn't cover from the last lecture is how to kind of export our brushes, our custom brushes, so as to use in other projects, or so as to sell them in the market. Because of course there are people selling brushes. You can buy brushes, you can get some of them for free. And these people are people like us who just know the skill of creating custom brushes, right? So in order to kind of have these custom brushes as separate files so you can import them into future projects or sell them online, all you need to do is copy them. Okay, so we are going to presently just try to create them as a custom library. Okay, so just copy all of them. I'm just going to go and turn on my bounding box. Okay, show bounding box. Okay, and maybe Control H to bring back the anchor point. Okay, and then just select all of them and just Control C, and we're going to create a new document so I can show you how to turn these custom brushes into real brush files which you can use in future lessons and also kind of sell them online. Okay, now select the guy, go to your brushes and just add them. Okay, so we make them scatter, and then let's make it noise brush 1, and of course you know the steps, so we just come and take our brush tool and try to draw out stuff, and yeah, this is what we get. And then just come and let's make everything here random, okay, so as to get the best settings for our brush. Okay, okay, and then for colorization, let's make it tints and okay. Okay, now we're done with the first one. You can delete, and for the second one you just select and add, and then scatter brush, and let's see noise brush 2, and colorization tints and okay. So let's draw with our brush. So let's draw with our brush. And of course you can see that it's taking the shape I was talking to you about, right? It's taking the circular shape, but of course here it's a little bit better because we've spread the whole thing out. So let's try to work on our brush to see how we can make it better. So turn everything to random, just try to play around with the options like this. Yes, and okay, and now we're done with this one. And for these guys now, just select them and create a scatter brush and noise brush 3 and okay. Then take your brush tool and just make painting like this. Okay, select everything and come and change everything here to random, and play around with the settings. And okay, apply strokes. And then finally we have these guys here. Now select them and create a scatter brush and noise brush 4. Okay, and then use our brush tool to just make a painting like this and try to edit our options. Everything should be random, and then this guy should be tints, and then let's try to play around with our settings, right? Good guys, so I'm okay with our settings here, and click apply and delete everything. Now from now on, you can now delete everything we have here, and then what you then need to do is come to your brushes panel, and select all the brushes here and just delete them apart from your custom brushes. Just delete them. Okay, delete, and okay, you can delete this one. So these other ones you can definitely delete them. Yeah, so guys, we have this one here which we cannot delete, and then we have these other ones which are our custom made brushes, and this one which we cannot delete. So next thing to do is just come here and save brushes. Okay, now let's go to our projects folder, and just create a new folder and name it custom made brush library. Okay, let's make it our custom made brush library, and then go inside and name noise brushes and save. Now when we go to our projects folder, we see that this is our library. Now this is our library. Okay, now this is our library. Now all you need to do is just close this file now, and let's try to import our library and see what we get. So create a new file, a new project rather, and then maybe let's have maybe an ellipse here. Just remove the stroke and give it blue color. Okay, now all you need to do is come here and drag in your custom don't drag it in here, don't drag it to this piece. Just come here and drag it into the projects panel. Okay, so drag and drop, and now we can see that we now have our brushes here. And we can start to work on them, or to work with them immediately. So you can create your maybe ellipse. Okay, and then draw inside and just select your brush, and you can and right away you can start painting. So now you can start painting, you see. So that's how to kind of create your brushes and export them. Okay, so that's how to export your brushes. Now we are going to recreate this drawing here, and then we're going to add the textures to make it look like what we have here. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is come to our artboard tool, just kind of duplicate this artboard, bring it to the side like this, and then just delete what we have here. Just delete it, and come to file and place, and then here we have the images. So we're just going to place this one without the noise background. So just place it and drag it out like this. Perfect. Now we are just going to trace out this drawing. So just come to layers, create a new layer, and we're going to work on this layer. So for this one, I'm just going to reduce the opacity of the drawing. I'm going to reduce the opacity of the drawing maybe to 45, and then I'm going to lock the layer and select our new layer. So we're going to draw on our new layer. So the next thing we'll do is just take our pen tool and then I'll try to start drawing. So I'm going to right away start to draw this part of the hair here. So this is how we draw in Adobe Illustrator. I'm very sure you are familiar with this. So after drawing the part, I want to see beneath it and I want to maintain the color, right? So I'm just going to first of all sample the color we need, which is this color. So I'm using the eyedropper tool, okay, while selecting that part. I'm using the eyedropper tool. This is the eyedropper tool, and I'm just going to click to sample the color, okay, and I'm then going to use Shift X to change the color to, or change the fill color to the stroke color, and then we are just going to now draw out this part of the hair. Wouldn't be as exact as what we have here, just make it close. So I'm just going to close the shape here and take my direct selection tool and try to play around with what we have here to make it look perfect. And of course, I'm using my mouse wheel and Alt to kind of zoom in and zoom out and move around my drawing. So I like what we have here, and all you then need to do is select the shape, select your eyedropper tool and sample the purple color for the hair, and Control 0, and kind of Shift X to kind of swap the stroke with the fill color, and I'm just going to arrange and send it to back so it's behind this hair ribbon here. And selecting the pen tool, I'm going to now draw the remaining of the hair, the remaining part of the hair. Okay, A for my direct selection tool, and I'll try to play around with the handles to achieve a more fluid look. Perfect. And we should also take this behind our ribbon, so arrange and send to back. Perfect. Now select your pen tool and continue your drawing. So for these parts, I'll just start here and then come here and just try to create the head like this. Perfect. And for the other parts of the head, we can just create it like this. Okay. Good. And select your eyedropper tool with eye and just come and sample the color here. And of course, send it to the back. Arrange and send it back. And you can send it to the back by also using this shortcut here, arrange and shift control open bracket. Okay, you can use this for your shortcut. Okay, and the next thing will be to draw the ear. Maybe I should use the curvature tool so you get a taste of how the curvature tool works in case you do not know. Okay, so this is how we typically use the curvature tool. Very sweet and easy to use tool. So we are going to eye and sample this color, and then of course send it to the back. And instead of swapping the colors, let's just leave them like this, because there isn't much work to be done here any longer. So for the neck, I'm just going to draw this out like this, and come and click on the last anchor point to make it an angular anchor point. Okay, so to eliminate the other handle and then give it an angle like this, so we can draw a straight line like this. For this one, I'm just going to draw and drag, then zoom out, zoom in, hit I for your eyedropper tool and sample, arrange and send it back. And for this one we will do similar. So we can just start from here. Okay, so we can handle this these parts first. Okay, and then drag this, drag it out like this. And because it's going to interfere with my remaining drawing, I'm just going to shift X to give it a show color instead of a fill color. I'm going to use my A tool, that's my direct selection tool, to try to even out my curve like this. And then come here, use your add anchor point tool, and we're going to add an anchor point here. Select your A tool and select your anchor point and just drag it out like this. Perfect. Select this guy also and drag it out like this. Perfect. And maybe drag this handle like this. Select your pen tool and continue your drawing. And I'm just going to stop here. We stop here. I won't continue drawing the hand here because this is a different shape. Okay, and so just stop here and then make this, of course, an angle so you can draw this other part like this. Okay, Ctrl Z to undo, and let's try to get it perfectly. So for this other one, I'm also drawing it out like this. I'm not drawing the breast. The breast is a separate shape entirely on its own. So draw the hands like this and just keep drawing. Okay, and finally try to draw this piece like this and continue. Now use E for your direct selection tool and let's try to even out our drawing like this. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. Whether you want to learn a new skill, explore a new hobby, or level up your career, Skillshare definitely has something for you. There are thousands of classes on Skillshare on practically any topic you can think of. You can learn from experts in their fields, watch video lessons at your own pace, and join a community of millions of learners. But wait, there is even more. Skillshare is offering a special deal to our viewers. The first 100 people to click the link in the description below will get a 30-day free trial of Skillshare Premium membership so you can explore your creativity and learn new skills. Click the link below and start your journey with Skillshare today. Perfect. So P for your pen tool, and sorry, just go back to your direct selection tool, and I feel it will be good for us to kind of work on this part. So here we have our curved icon here, right? And we can just drag to increase the curvature. And really, I'm supposed to cover some of the features of this curved function here, because we just covered the one feature which will give us a curve when we drag, but I haven't covered the other features which can be seen when we double click the point. Okay, so when we double click the point, we have some other features which we can use. So I'm just going to maybe come to this later. So let's just continue our drawing. Continue. Click and drag. Include it. It's like your A tool. Try to even out your drawing like this. Sorry, Control Z. Perfect. And for this guy, let's give it this color, and Shift X to give it a stroke so it doesn't interfere with the remaining work we have. And let's try to draw the hand now. So click, 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 and click, and we can just leave it as this. Later on, we're going to add the stroke profile and so on and so forth. Now select your pen tool and let's try to create this part of the hand. Okay, and we can just bring it here like this. Perfect. The next thing will be to create the breast. The breast is just what we have here. Perfect. And E for my direct selection tool to even out the drawing like this, like this. Perfect. So let's continue to draw the lower part of the drawing. We're going to start here and come here and just draw it out like this, and kind of like this, like this, and like this, and like this. close it out like this, and let's just make the hip here, her hips here, more curvy, just like the drawing. Perfect. So for this guy, we need to give this fill color. And one thing we do need to sort here, okay? Arrange and send to back, arrange and send to back. So one thing we do need to sort here is this leg, okay? So this one is kind of a different leg. This one is kind of a different leg. So what I'll just do is I'll select the whole thing and create a duplicate, and I will now use my shape builder tool and kind of alt and delete these other parts. Kind of use my A tool and delete this anchor point. So we have this line like this, and then for this one, I'm just going to take my shape builder tool and just delete this guy. That's holding down alt, okay, and clicking. So that's what I would do. And then for this guy, I will really want this one to have a cut here, right? So what I'll do is I'll just come here and take my scissors tool, okay, then sorry, not my scissors tool, I'm just going to, you know what, I'm just going to come and take my pen tool and draw out a drawing like this, a line like this rather, and select this guy, try to align it here, select this guy, try to align it here. Now select the both of them, and then just go to my pathfinder and then divide. So this is divide, so divide. With that, we'll now have this as a separate shape. Okay, I think it didn't divide properly. Why didn't it divide properly? See what's happening. Okay, if it's not gonna work properly, we can do this as well. Just drag it like this and select everything, yeah, and divide. Now you can delete the lines here, and yeah, we can also just come here and create another divide, select and divide, and just come and kind of delete the middle here and delete these guys here. Okay, and you know what, you can just select this anchor point and delete, select this anchor point and delete. Now we have the straight line here, and what then we need to do is just come and just kind of align these guys here like this. After which I'm going to close my my pathfinder and just align these other ones here. That's this other leg. Okay, align it with what we have here and arrange and send to back. Now we can furthermore delete the unneeded part of this by just double clicking to go to isolation mode and just using A and just kind of dragging like this. Okay, maybe you even delete this one. Okay, perfect. So I just hit escape to take it back to normal mode, and then select the both of them, that's the boot parts, and shift X to give it a stroke. And right away we can see that we have a problem on this shape, and all we need to do is just come and join this part with this part, and yeah, we have everything perfect now. Now select your pen tool and try to draw out the shoe here. Give it this color. course, the next leg. You can shift X for the stroke. Perfect. Now we need to draw the hands here, right? So click and drag. Or just delete. Click and click. And drag. Sorry, Ctrl Z. Sometimes my computer turns Y on the keyboard to Z and Z to Y. I really don't know why it does that, and that's why when I do Ctrl Z right now, you see it in this mode instead of undoing. Okay, so when I experience this kind of problem, all I do is now Ctrl Y instead of Ctrl Z. So you might get to experience this a little bit more often. Okay, so drag the hand like this, like this, and like this, and like this, and then sample the color here. Go back to drawing and arrange, and let's see, send it backwards. Okay, just draw this one out. When we come to add color and arrange everything perfectly, we're going to deal with that. Select this guy, give it a black color, and increase the stroke, and maybe 2. Put it down, or maybe 3. 3 should do. And then we have these parts here. Click and drag. We have this part here. Click and drag. So we can just select the both of them. You know what? We can even just bring the points here, and this other one also bring it here, okay, so that they meet at this juncture. Perfect. Now select the both of them and go to properties, click on stroke, go to profile, and give them this profile. And you can also do this here. It doesn't go to properties, so maybe we should increase the stroke. And then we need to draw the bags, right? We need to draw the bags, and then we need to draw the flower vase. So for the bags, you come and get this guy, click here, this guy here, this guy here, this guy here. Guy here. So select all of them, hit I, and just come and sample the stroke here. Increase, of course, the stroke size. Maybe we leave it at 1, and then try to create these other parts. Here we draw like this, and like this, like this. Shift X, and maybe we'll give it a darker color. Let's just sample the original. Okay, I and sample, and then draw. Shift X, give it a stroke, and let's draw the next guy. For this guy, we'll be sampling a brighter shade of purple. Let's still give it a stroke, Shift X, so you can draw the black lines here. So I'm just hitting escape to end the drawing. So when I draw and hit escape, I can now end the present drawing and continue drawing. And when I hit escape, I hit escape. Okay, so just for you to know, in case you don't know. And we'll continue our drawing here. We'll click, sorry, click, and click, and then sample the color. Hit P for your pen tool. Click and click. Click and click. Yeah. Come and sample this color. Give it a stroke, Shift X. Take your pen tool and now try to create these guys in the middle. Escape, click, and escape. And select both of them, hit I, and give them your stroke like this. So hit P, the pen tool, click and click, and then close and sample the dark purple. Okay, click the guy here. Okay, sorry, the layer is locked, so you can click. So just give it a stroke, Shift X, then click and click, and click, and click, and click. And give it this sheet here, P. Let's just give it a stroke instead, and then P, or select your pen tool, click and click, escape, click and click. Perfect. Now for this guy, for these guys, let's hit I and give them this stroke, or let's just select all the strokes, all the strokes here, or all the shapes here, and give them a black color, or this shade of black. Okay, now we can now bring back our colors, Shift X, and this one needs to be above this one. So select the shapes, select the strokes here, arrange, send to front. Good. And this one needs to be behind this guy here, so arrange, send to back. Perfect. Now this guy looks perfect here, and this guy looks perfect also. So for this guy, Shift X to give it the color, the fill color, and just try to adjust this guy like this. And for this one, I'm going to Shift X and then send it to the back. And for this guy, we'll do Shift X, and yeah, we have what we are looking for. Now for the V's, I feel like copying what we have here because I don't want to waste a lot of time. So I'm just going to unlock this layer and just drag everything here like this, and put down Alt and bring it here. So the most complex part of this, it seems I've done something next. Sorry. I'll just copy it again. So hold down Alt, drag and drop. Perfect. So Now you know what I'll do? I'll just lock this layer and select this guy. Okay, and select the background layer, Control X to copy, and come here to this layer and unlock it, and then Control F to paste in place, and just lock back this layer. So for this other guy, the most complex thing here is just using the shape builder tool. It's a very simple drawing. Okay, just draw the leaf like this. Okay, just draw the leaf like this. And then for these holes, all I did was I used a pen tool, created structures like this. Okay, maybe give it a green color, and then maybe do this and select the both of them, arrange, and transform and reflect and copy, and just do something like this. You get the point. Now select all of them and then come to your shape builder tool and click it, and then hold down Alt and click, hold down Alt and click, hold down Alt and click, and drag, Alt and drag, Alt and drag. And now we have these cuts here, and I just duplicated and rotated them and just added this stroke effect. So basically that's what I did, nothing much. I'm just going to hold down Alt and bring this guy here because I forgot to copy the one here. So perfect. Maybe I just will reflect it. Okay, just rotate this, and perfect. So I'm just going to delete this guy, and we're going to start working on bringing all our colors to life. So select this guy, Shift X for color, and we're just going to unback this layer and just hit I and sample the color. And for the body, I'm going to Shift X to bring the color back, and for this guy I'm going to Shift X, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring it to the front. But from that, I'm going to Control C, Control F to copy and paste in place, and instead of giving it a color now, or a fill color, I'm going to give it a stroke color and boost the stroke, and then give it this profile here. And you know what, for this guy, arrange, bring to front, Shift X and Control C, Control F, and then give it a stroke color, Shift X, and instead of this, give it a black color, boost up the stroke and give it a nice profile. And for this guy, I'm going to Shift X, arrange, send to back. For this guy, I'm going to Shift X, arrange, send to back. Okay. For this guy, I'm going to Shift X, arrange, send to back. For this guy also, I'm going to Shift X, and we don't need to send it back. Maybe we should arrange and send to back. Perfect. Now we're left with this guy. Select Shift X, select Shift X, and if we just choose our layer here or hide our layer here, you can see that we have achieved our drawing. Achieved our drawing. You can compare it with what we have here, and maybe these strokes should be a little bit thicker. Okay, so boost up the stroke by 1, and for these guys we could make them 1 more pixel thicker. Okay, so just select all of them and boost up the stroke by 1 more pixel. Make it 2. Drag and select these 2, and for this guy, I'm going to send it to the back. For this guy and this guy, I'm going to send them to the back. so they appear behind this hand. And with this, we have come to the end of our lecture, and we've been able to redraw our character. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to paint our character with our custom brushes. Hey, so that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. We post new videos every week covering topics in the fields of graphic design and illustration, motion graphics and video, branding, and more. If you want to support us and get access to exclusive benefits such as the project files we use in our classes, live chat with us, shoutouts, and more, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. You can join for as little as $3 a month, and the link to our Patreon page is in the description below. And if you want to take your learning to the next level, you can check out the complete course, of which this episode is a part of. And in the complete course, you get access to more than 10 hours of video lessons, project files and resources, class exercises, a Q&A section, a certificate of completion, and more. You can get the course for a special discount by using the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.